Hi gang, Mr. Matt here. May the 4th be with you. So this week we have a few things happening. Spring is here, Mother's Day is right around the corner, and it's like Star Wars week because it's May the 4th. So I'm going to start with a spring project that's a folding Mother's Day surprise, and maybe I'll get to some Star Wars art. I'll definitely send out the links to the Star Wars video. I'm using Art for Kids Hub. And so I'm going to start with the folding Mother's Day surprise. I'm going to change camera angles and we'll get right into it. Okay, so the first part of this is the folding part. So I'm going to turn my paper up so it's the tall way, vertically. And the first thing I'm going to do is take the top edge, bring it down to the bottom edge, and line up my corners. Pretty good here. I like to start in the middle and then go out one way and go out the other way. There. So, and now what we're going to do is we're going to take the bottom edge of the paper and that's going to get folded up to the top. I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to take my bottom edge and I'm going to pull that up to the top and line up my corners and make a fold there. This last fold is really just a guide to show you where you want to draw, where you don't want to draw. I'm going to take this, I'm going to unfold that, I'm going to flip the whole thing over. So we have this. And the way this works is we're going to draw something here. And then when you open it, there's going to be the hidden part that's inside there. These folding surprises are all kind of similar. I'm going to start with pencil real quick. Always good to start with pencil just in case. And I want to draw a big heart shape right in the middle of this. I'm going to start at the fold. And it's going to go like this. And that's going to continue underneath the fold down to the point of the heart. There. So we're going to make this into the word mom. So now on the other side of the heart, I'm going to do this. Make like a curvy M. And I want to do the same thing on the other side. There. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm using new markers today. I got some new Crayola markers I'm going to test out. And I'm going to go over that with the black marker because I'm confident that that looks the way I want it to look now. Turning the paper makes it easier to follow my lines. Turning the paper. I don't mean to make you dizzy if you're watching the video, but it does make it easier for me to follow the lines to turn the paper. There. Now this. And down. There. Okay, I'm going to stop the video and I'll show you what comes next. Okay, so get the first part done. So now I'm going to unfold this and we have all this empty space where the surprise is going to be. I'm going to start by, I'm feeling confident now, so I'm just going with marker. I'm going to finish this heart down here. So above the fold, I'm going to make this come up and finish that heart. These, the parts of the M here, I'm going to make these into tulips by curving the bottom around. And the same thing with that one. And then inside all this space here, we can make other tulips. Just a curvy line. It's kind of like Pac-Man in a way. Let's make another one. I'll make another one here. Make another one over here. I'm going to add another heart in here. Now I'm going to start to connect these lines down here and make them into stems. So I want this line is going to now go above the fold, and it's going to kind of meander up here and attach to that flower like that. And I can do the same thing with this one here. I can make it, I'm going to do overlapping. I'm going to have go behind the heart and connect to that line there. This one's easy. I'll just go that. I think I'm going to do another tulip here in the middle. Let's do another heart. The stem's going to go in front of that heart and go down here. And this stem is going to go way up here to this guy. There. All right, and I'm gonna finish this heart now. So, and I think I want, well, part of it's going to be overlapped by this tulip. So I'm just going to bring this line down and stop, and that would continue over, and it would pop out somewhere there, and this would come down and connect there. Looks good. All right, so I'm going to add a few leaves. That's pretty easy to do. You can just kind of go like that. Shapes. Let's put a leaf on this one. More overlapping. Fancy. All right, I like that. So I'm going to stop the video, and then I'll tell you how we can finish this by applying the color to it. Okay, so I've got all my line work done, and it's pretty cool. You know, this, when it's this way, it says mom, and then boom. So I'm going to start with red. Now, these tulips, the top two, we have to leave white because we want the message to work this way. But the heart we can color in. I'm going to use red for that. It's a little different than the Mr. Sketches, but I still have a point that I can use to make skinny lines, and if I turn it and use the side edge of it, I can make fat lines. So I'm trying to use that fat side so that I can, so it colors more quickly. Like so. If you go too fast, you end up with airy areas. So you got to kind of go slow enough where it colors nicely. And then I can do the bottom of it. There. So that's pretty much what the outside's going to look like. Now I can start to work on the inside. So remember, we want to leave the two top tulips white, but with the other things we can color in. So I can go back in and finish this heart. This is going to be all red. This top of this one's going to be all red. And then I can do the tulips. Then I'm going to use pink, purple, and orange for mine. So I'll do a pink one right here. Like a lot of times when I use marker, I like to get the kind of the edging done first. And once that's done, you can kind of get the inside done quicker and without having to worry about going over your black outline. Craftsmanship. All right. Actually, it looks pretty close to the red color. Fumble. So I'm going to stop the video now, and then I'll come back later when I have more done, show you the finished product. Okay guys, I got everything colored in, so here's what it looks like when it's folded up. And then when I pull the top up, we see all the tulips inside. So remember to leave the top two white so the message works. But speaking of messages, I was going to write a little something in here, so I'm just going to write inside the bottom of this heart. I'm going to keep it below the fold line. Happy. And then down here, Mother's Day. There. Folding Mother's Day surprise. Boom. All right. So happy creating, guys. I hope everyone's good, safe, and healthy at home, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.